MMA Boxing Talk here, coming at you with another video. I want to put out a video talking about a fight that recently got signed and is now official. And that is Terence Bud Crawford versus Viktor the Iceman Postol. This is a big fight for boxing. It's a big fight for obviously the junior welterweight division, the 140-pound division. It's the two best fighters in that division. It's pretty clear that those two guys are the best at 140. Now Bob Arum has been on the record saying that Terence Crawford has signed the contract for this Postol fight. It's going to be July 23rd. July 23rd at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's going to be on HBO PPV. Now I know a lot of people, they're going to say it's not worthy of pay-per-view and what have you. Now, for sure, both guys have never fought on pay-per-view, and but at the same time, it's a unification fight. It's to decide who's number one, who's the king at 140. The hardcore fans, chances are going to pay for it, and especially Terence Crawford's true fans, like myself, this is the first step up in competition where, he's fighting a bigger man, against his past opponents. He's been the bigger guy. He's used his reach. And this time he's not going to have a reach advantage against his opponent. Viktor Postol, he's a big guy, 5'11", 73.5-inch reach. So Terence Crawford, 5'8", 70-inch reach. So Terence Crawford's given up 3 inches of height and 3.5 inches of reach. Now, obviously Viktor Postol, I don't think is as naturally athletic as Terence Crawford. Viktor Postol, isn't a fighter that can use his right and left equally as good and transition seamlessly like Crawford does. Crawford, transitions seamlessly from southpaw to orthodox, like very few fighters in the game. He's one of the best ever at it. He's very awesome. You're just watching him, but that's, like I said, that's not against a guy like a Viktor Postol he's doing this against. Right now he's dealing with a bigger, taller man, but that's what makes this fight so great, That's what's going to give Terence Crawford, the actual status of the king of 140 if he beats Postol. That's what makes this a big fight. Postol is no joke. He's coming off of a huge win against Luca Matisse. He stopped Luca Matisse. And Luca Matisse before that was coming off of a spectacular win against Ruslan Pavodnikov. So, at that point, before Viktor Postol fought Matisse, you could argue that Matisse could have been ranked number one, and I think he was seen as number one for a little while, having beaten Pavodnikov in the manner that he did, and, he has a lot of experience, Matisse, so he was kind of, in a lot of people's eyes, the number one guy at 140, or you could argue it, and Postol stopped him. And, so it just makes sense. Terence Crawford's, he's the guy. He's the guy at 140. Viktor Postol, demolished Matisse. So, I mean, it's a great fight. I cannot wait. I'm leaning towards, obviously, Terence Crawford. I think in the end, his athleticism, his ability to go from southpaw to orthodox is gonna do wonders for him in that fight. But at the same time, it's not going to be a cakewalk, and it could be a decision. It could go to the decision. Viktor Postol, he has the ability to win this fight. There's no doubt. It's a pick'em fight. I do think, though, Terence Crawford will get the win. But anyway, I wanted to put out a video talking about this fight. I'm very excited. I really can't wait. It's a unification fight. Postol's got the WBC. Crawford's got the WBO. And, it's interesting because who knows, if Terence Crawford wins, he might move up to 147 right away. Um, I could see that happening for sure. Now, there's no easy fights at 147. The top 8 guys at 147 are all solid. On paper, like where they're ranked, I think it's Jesse Vargas is ranked number 8th at 147. You got Earl Spence Jr. is ranked number 7th, and then you know who the rest are. You got like guys like Khan, you got guys like Thurman, Porter, Bradley, Kell Brook, Manny Pacquiao. So that's the strongest division in boxing, and it'd be a nice addition to get a Terence Crawford, especially coming off of a win against Postol. If he gets past him, that'd be another great guy to throw in at 147, which would be great. But Crawford, I'm glad this fight is signed. As I said, there's a few small details Arum has to work out, but Crawford has signed the contract. The date is set. If you go on boxrec.com, it has Crawford versus Postol. And also on Ring Magazine's schedule, it's got Crawford Postol fighting at MGM Grand July 23rd on HBO PPV to decide who's the best at 140 at junior welterweight. That's it for this one. If you like the video, subscribe. Check me out on Twitter at MMA Boxing Talk 1. Also on Instagram, MMA Boxing Talk. But yeah, subscribe if you like the video. But that's it for this one. Peace.